Good day, everyone. My name is Hashana Grace Rodriguez, and today my group mates and I will be discussing about the professionalism of teaching and the professional ethics of teachers. But first, let us get to know what are the learning objectives in this report. First learning objective is that what is teaching professionalism? And the last one will be what are the characteristics of teachers as profession in the 21st century? What is professionalism? Professionalism refers to the knowledge and skills, good judgment, and polite behavior to do a job well. It aims at improving the quality and standards of teachers' works and professional image. As a teacher, we play a very important and critical role in helping people, especially our future children or students, to achieve the success not just in the classroom but also outside the classroom. Failing to act professionally sets a bad example and may cause us to lose the trust and respect of our students. With good attitude, behavior, and communication, as a teacher, we can help develop a stronger sense of professionalism.
Teaching is a noble profession with so much responsibility and duty towards students. Teachers do not only teach and impart knowledge, but inspire and motivate students for life and take important steps in life.
Teaching is so much more, hence it is not just limited into one aspect kind of responsibility. The word heard from me earlier, noble, is an honest, honor, and righteous deed as a professional in teaching. As a facilitator, it is understood to teach and impart knowledge to the students, to the learners, to impart and grasp comprehension. Yet, it is not just like that. However, it is give an inspiration, motivations, and all of that to give the learners their own leading pathways. It is a responsibility committing to students if they have a complication, problems, confusions, and it is you as a teacher will serve as a person of teacher, rather, counselor for the student's problem. It could be like that at all times, mostly monitor kasi dear students if ever na sila problems sa schoolworks. It's either schoolworks or sa ilang home, like family problem. And now, teaching is not easy as you think. As facilitator, you make a discussion easier so that the students would understand. But as expected, not all. In short, it would be required patience, a lot of patience. So it is not just snap your fingers and just come out like that. Teaching is not easy job since you're responsible in so many ways. It's like you're not just a teacher but also a counselor. And you'll serve as creator and the second parent, actually. Therefore, if you ever think to set an honorable, you should vows and be professionalism.
Once again, good morning everyone. I am Mary Angela Gonzaga and I will continue our topic. And so this time we will tackle about the characteristic of a 21st century teacher as a profession. So there are 8 characteristics in a 21st century teacher as a profession. Number 1 is multi-skilled. So teacher here, as a word multi-skilled, so diri dayang teacher kay dapat nagka skills and for teaching, but not just for teaching, but also in facilitating and organizing group and activities to your students. And second is self-directed. So Here, teacher prepares teachers to make independent decisions in key areas such as lesson planning, teacher talk, group work, error correction, research management, and evaluation. This was according to Google as what I have read. So the third one is a lifelong learner. Dapat ang teacher here will adopt this mindset or dapat lifelong learner ka para maka-share ka sa imong knowledge or you will use it to collaborate with others, especially your students soon, neither to people. So the fourth is flexible. So here kang teachers kay this one is the most important for me as a teacher dapat just flexible ka especially sa mga changes inside classroom or towards your students. So the fifth is creative problem solver. So dili man jud ni kalikayan no sa imong estudyante mag-away. So dapat kay ba ka mo pauli sa ilahang buot or to make them friends in a creative way. Same of one of the example is that I think also is that you have a student that got problems in their family. So as a teacher also you should give the students some advice. So nang imo siyang joke-jokean baka no here. So the sixth is critical thinker. So teacher here they practice the thinking arts of analyzing and evaluating as they consider both day-to-day activities and long-term teaching and learning goals. They also evaluate what they have, determine what they need, and decide how and when to assess student progress. So, so the seven is passionate. So passionate. As you heard passionate, what would you think? So passion no, dapat love ni mong work pod no. Teachers here distinguished by their commitment. So dapat committed jud ka diri. And love is essential element of successful in teaching. So dapat jud love po nimo imong work as long as committed ka. So ana. And the last one is high emotional quotient. EQ or teachers tend to motivate their students better and understand their students' behavioral and psychological well-being. They can also be more sensitive towards their students' disruptive behaviors, academic performance, especially the relationship management towards every student's no teacher. So that's all, class. Thank you.
Continue the discussion, we will be discussing our second topic entitled Professional Ethic as a Teacher. Here are the learning objectives. What is professional ethic? But first, let me define what is professional. When we say professional, it generally refers to a university graduate who has completed a degree. On the other hand, what is ethics? So when we say ethic class, it is refers to the moral norms on which the conduct of person it based in the environment which he or she develops. So what is professional ethics all about? So when we say professional ethics, it is a principles, guidelines of norms, and morality which teachers have to follow in teaching profession while dealing with students, parents, community, and higher authorities. So how important professional ethic is? So professional ethic is important because it serves to create organizations based on moral standard of conduct in which to ensure that the profession follow the positive path that is established in each society. Also present the virtues which professional practices. So this means that professional ethics really play a big part for every teacher. As a future educator, the following will be our ethics. So first, commitment towards a profession. So we should be committed to our future job as a teacher. So second, be with students. So as a teacher, we will teach students so that we are be with students. So third will be cooperating with colleagues. So as a future educators, we must build a good relationship towards our co-teachers and other non-teaching staff. And lastly, interaction with parents. So as a future educator, it is very important for us to have interaction with the parents of our student. In that way, the parents of our student will be aware of what are the behavior of the students or their child in the class.
For the continuation, Code of Professional Ethics. Teachers and their responsibilities. A teacher is constantly under the scrutiny of his students and the society contribution of knowledge. So whoever adopts teaching as a profession assumes the obligation to conduct himself in accordance with the ideals of the profession. A teacher is constantly under the scrutiny of his students and the society at large. Therefore, every teacher should see that there is no incompatibility between his precept and practices. The profession further requires that the teachers should be calm, patient, and communicative by temperament and amiable, social friendly in disposition, character, or temperament. Next is teachers and the students. Encourage students to improve their attainments. A teacher should encourage students to improve their attainments, develop their personalities, and at the same time contribute to community welfare. Refrain from physical punishment, sexual abuse, mental and emotional harassment. The teacher should take all appropriate measures to protect the child from all forms like physical punishment, sexual abuse, mental and including emotional harassment. Any kind of corporal punishment and emotional harassment by teachers has large implications for a child's life. Teachers, as a moral leader, must restrain from any act, any involvement in such a behavior demolishes the prestige of the teacher in the eyes of the children and become a source of hatred for the teachers.
Next, obligations toward the professions and colleagues. Strive for his and her continuous professional development. Treats other members of professions with respect and dignity irrespective of levels and qualifications. Professionals are expected to respect their colleagues and work together in a collaborative and constructive manner. This means treating others with dignity and respect and avoiding behaviors that could be harmful to the team. The goal of continuous professional growth is respect and honor other professionals regardless of their levels or qualification. Despite of their levels or qualification, treats other professionals with respect and dignity. The next one is teachers and authorities. Cooperate with the authorities for the betterment of the institution. So it means work together with the government to improve the institution.
Teachers and non-teaching staff. Treat the non-teaching staff as colleagues and equal partners in a cooperative undertaking. Non-teaching has a big role sa teaching industry, although the definition can vary from one country to another. Non-teaching staff generally include head teachers, principals, and other administrators of schools, supervisors, counselors, school psychologists, school health personnel, librarians, or educational media specialists, curriculum developers, inspectors, education administrators, regional at the local, regional, and national level, clerical personnel, building operations and maintenance staff, security personnel, transportation workers, and catering staff. So, ang kanang mga non-teaching pod kay dako pod kay sila role sa kanang teaching industry kay if wala niya mga non-teaching, dili pod possible nga ang eskwelahan maka-work og tarong. Kay siyempre naa diha ang security, naa diha ang kanang mga ADAS, kanang mga accountant kana sa division kay para sa budget sa eskwelahan, kanang mga siyempre kanang mga supervisor, kanang mga principal, mga school administrator, membro na sila sa non-teaching staff and importante na sila. Non-teaching staff are those people who work at the school but do not teach as the students. They offer other services that do not help the students directly with their studies but help in greatly improving their experience at the school in general. Obligation towards parents, community, and society. Relationship of trust with parents or guardians in the interest of all round developments of students. So dapat naadyoy anang trust ang mga parents or guardians at mga tong teachers para sa atong development natong mga estudyante. Development sa tanan, development sa community, society kay syempre ang eskwelahan kay school is kanang diha man jud ta makat-on sa tanan, di ba? Makat-on sa syempre as a student imposible makayo wala ta nakat-on og halubilo sa ubang pong students, like diha makuan tanan, diha ma-enhance ug maayo atong mga skills kay syempre naa ta pirmi sa eskwelahan, so diha ma-enhance atong communicating skills sa kanang mga interacting skills bisag ana tanan.